Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. What's going on, guys? I hope you are having a beautiful day. I hope that everything is going well for you. Um, hey, we have a member. We have a members and a sexy Coleman. Sexy too much for you, Coleman, to be exact. And it's Dr. Jazz. How are you guys? How's your Sunday going? It's been a minute since it feels like it's been a minute since I have been on Hello World. It's been 2 days, right? I'm doing well. I can't complain. I just posted a link in the chat with the video I just premiered. So if you'd like to watch it, you're more than welcome to. Jez, are you on Instagram at all? Yeah, it's all about saving money. Hey Ray, welcome back. Good to see you. Um, I'm good. I'm good. Hi, Denise. Oh my goodness. How are you? Good to see you. How are you feeling, Denise? Okay, what's your Instagram? Hi, Miss Yo Yo. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Guys, don't forget to come back at 5 o'clock to Stephanie 50 and Climbing Mukbang's channel. We are doing the finale of the Never Give Up YouTube conference. The first 2 nights were amazing. Tonight is going to be exceptional. Okay. So you definitely need to check that out. Doctor. Okay, I'm about to go look for you now. I'm gonna post the Jez, would you mind posting the link for Stephanie 50 and Kleiman's? She has the link for the Never Give Up YouTube conference. Would you mind? If you don't mind, please. Dr. J. J-E-R-M mix. Oh, Jere. Okay. Jere, my mix. Oh, which one is you? I see a couple of them on there. Hey, Jazzy V, how are you? Good to see you. Guys, click on the link that Dr. Jazz just posted. That will take you to the final day of the YouTube conference. It's really important for you to be there. There's some amazing people who will be speaking tonight, and I don't want you to miss it. And I'm not trying to say it just because, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? If I was encouraged and inspired the first 2 days, then I know you will be, especially tonight if you missed any of the days. You had 3 opportunities, and you can always replay every single one of them back. But why not be live in the stream tonight? I think you will definitely enjoy that. Hey, we have a member. We have some members, and it's the Miss Yo Yo Show and Angels Army. So yes, please find your way over there and go and are you Jazz? Do you have 183 followers? Because I'm gonna make sure that's the right person. Hi, we have a member. We have a member, and it's Minister of Music, Terrence Tower. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Dr. Jeremy Mix. Thank you. I'm just making sure that's you. No, okay. What are we talking about today? I'll be listening because I'm cooking. Oh, today we're talking about baby steps. I want to follow Jeremy really quickly. Well, Jeremy, can you find me? I'm at BTD LLC. BTD LLC. That's me on Instagram. So just if you wouldn't mind following me, I need to inbox you something. But yes, so let me tell you about my day. So I woke up this morning and I woke up fairly early. Um, I woke up early and I started working. Like I uploaded videos, well, uploaded a video and I started going on this new app. And what else did I do? I haven't eaten anything just yet, but I did just do a premiere. And I say, you know what? I need to go live since I won't be on this channel at all today. I'll be supporting Stephanie at the last day of the YouTube conference. But let me say, I rarely sleep in and I rarely stay in. And I definitely did both. And I usually don't do that. So it was a very nice day. And now I'm here with you guys. And I wanted to talk about baby steps because it just dawned on me. And this is piggybacking off of what I heard last night at the conference and what I've been noticing and seeing as well. Every single thing that we attempt to do is going to be a baby step. A lot of times we try to think like, okay, you see something being successful in other people's journey, and you're like, dang, I want to get there. But we always forget that they also took baby steps to get to where they are now. And it kind of helped me relax and slow down a little bit because I'm like, dang, I've been doing this for so long. Why do I always have to start? Because guess what? Every time we attempt to do something brand new, you're still doing baby steps. And it's going to be the first time you've ever done it. And it's going to be the first time a set of people will ever even know that you exist. Same thing with your job, same thing with your relationships, same thing with your friendships. It's the first time you ever exist in someone else's life. So don't scorn the baby steps. It's something that we have to do. And while we are taking our baby steps, we have to remember that it's going to be a process, and that process may be slow. That process may go quicker depending on how you step. Maybe you might step in the right direction, maybe you might step in the wrong. Maybe you might step a little off of your direction, but you're still on direction, but it's a little off. And you have to end up finding your way right back to where it's going to line up for you, your purpose, and everything else that will flow and make your life more efficient, effective, and amazing. So that's why it's important when you're starting to lay the groundwork of whatever it is that you're doing, that you admire the baby steps that you're taking. We don't admire the baby steps, do we? Like when you're starting, you're always fearful. You may be like, dang, I'm brand new, I'm fresh, nobody knows me, I'm scared. But instead of approaching baby steps in that way, maybe we should approach it like, yes, I've arrived. I'm going to be the beauty of whatever situation that I end up in this time around. Whether you start YouTube for the first time, whether you go on Instagram for the first time, Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, it'll be the first time somebody is meeting you. So that is your initial step. And remember what they say? Your impression, the initial impression is usually the impression that people are left with and they think about you forever in that moment. That's part of your baby step moment. Hey, Destroyer, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. Don't compare yourself to others, and it's true. It's so hard to say don't compare because oftentimes they're like, dang, this person has 500,000 followers. But you just arrived on the scene. You should be thankful if you find one follower, within that first hour or even within that first day, right? We think because we're on social media, social platforms, that people should just flock to you. It's still the same thing. Even though it's not face to face, it's still face to face. People have to trust that you are not deliberate and trying to throw another person off their keys or not being genuine. So, when you take your baby steps, remember you are building your 500,000 whatever, whether it be monetary or followers or just in general, a goal that you may have set. Those are the very most important, just like how they say in an infant's life, the first 2 years, I believe, are the most important. That's when, by that third year, they have formulated their personality and they're most sponge like at that time. That's what they say. So it's the same thing when you're building something. Make sure you're building it on solid foundation. I don't care if it's your first time on you. We'll just use YouTube as an example because most of us have been on YouTube for a little bit. I don't care if it's your first video you're about to post. Make it intentional. Make it something worth watching. Make it something worth part of your legacy. Because that initial video could be seen by one person and shared by a million. Could be seen by one person and shared by a million. So if it's something that you're proud of, then you sharing it, being shared by a million does not matter. But if it's something that you're not proud of, being shared by millions will make you feel like, dang, why did I even start this journey? But then you don't want to stop it because now you've amassed your 500K and above. What do you do now? People already know you for a certain thing. And now you're trying to change that thing. That's why it's important for the baby steps that you take right now and everything that you do and anything that you do be good. And think about the people that will be watching you. Think about the people that will be affected negatively or positively by the simple steps that you take. Hence, why the baby steps are super important, probably more than when you are already established. See, when you're established, you're just trying to float along. You don't have to prove anything anymore when you're already established. You no longer have to prove anything. You may have to just keep up and stay consistent, but you no longer have to prove to people that you are worthy of following, that you are trustworthy, that you have value and can add value to their lives. Now you see how important baby steps are and how you should probably think about that more important than that 500 whatever thousand K for whatever it is. Those baby steps are vital. Sometimes I wish that I I wish that I valued baby steps a little bit more. Maybe the quality of what I'm doing would be a little better. Listen, guys, we all have room for improvement in everything that we do. Like I said, doesn't matter how high up you are or how low down you are. You always and always will have room for improvement. If you don't feel like there's room for improvement in anything that you do, then why do you exist? Why do you feel like you should be here? Why do you feel like humanity deserves to have you trampling upon the earth, taking up all the oxygen that your body requires when it could be used for someone else? That's how I feel when people think that they no longer need to learn anything. A waste of mass, a waste of soil. And I definitely don't think you should be fermenting the earth. Oh, I know it's deep, right? It may seem deep, it may sound deep, but when you think about it, that joint hit hard. So The next craft project you do, the next anything you do, right? Let it, maybe it's not a craft project, but the next anything you do. Think about how important those little steps that you take will create something. We're not even going to put levels on it. It's going to create something. Is that creation something that you're going to be proud of? Number one. That's all within your baby steps. Dang, it's only 15 minutes. I thought I was here for like a half an hour already. I really did. Hey, Tanya, good to see you. Long time no see. How are you? I know, but it's good to see you. How you been feeling, Denise? I try to make my rounds around everywhere. I try to. But I'm glad that you guys come around too every so often when you can. That keeps the bond together. It keeps the bond together. And that's important, especially with humanity. So when I was thinking about baby steps, I was like, ooh, the next thing that I attempt to do, like I just posted the video about budgeting. And when I started on June 21st, 2020, I was like, dang, when am I going to get to the next page? Instead of enjoying the fact that you have made it a priority to put aside $2 and reward yourself, right? I'm rewarding myself for not eating out. And so while I'm rewarding myself, it's also giving me more of a reason not to want to eat out. If I can save $6 a day, it's a little bit, but I could spend maybe $50 to $100 a day just on eating alone if I ate out. And imagine if I dined in. I'm not trying to say like, don't eat out, but the rewards are something that we can the rewards are something that we can reap if we just look at it that way. I think we forget about baby steps in the world of I want it now. It's true, because we've been taught that insta gratification is the most important thing. So instead of coming in humbly and saying, okay, I need to gain at least one subscriber, you're like, dang, I need to get my 1,000. How are you going to get 1,000 unless somebody knows who you are? How are you going to get your 4K watch hours unless you have quality videos? And that's something that was spoken about last night too at the conference. See, everything is a learning lesson. And even if you've been the one to squander your baby steps, it doesn't mean that you can't still, because guess what? We're always going to be redoing, regenerating, doing something new in our lives. So it doesn't mean that if you didn't love the baby steps that you took for X, Y, and Z, doesn't mean that you can't for the new A, B, C. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Doesn't mean that you can't in the future enjoy those baby steps and make better sound movements, playing chess a little better than the last game. How many people know how to play chess? Let me see a 1 in the chat if you know how to play chess. That's the video that I'm referring to about the savings challenge. And now and now September 19th, I am shy 3 days of paying myself out another $108. Up to this date, I've saved over $400 just by putting aside $2 a day for every meal I do not purchase out. That could be you. And if you want to challenge yourself to put more than that aside, that's fine. I'm just going by the Save With Me challenge that Gigi's Gluten Free started. I'm just going by hers. But you don't have to put a cap on that. If you have the means to put aside more money, then do so. Because guess what? The more you put aside, the more of a harvest you will reap. Anybody know how to play chess? I'm going to put my one. I feel like in chess, I am on the verge of intermediate. On the verge. Definitely not a beginner anymore, but I'm on the verge of being intermediate because I'm playing against chess masters. So to them, I'm probably still very easy. But to me, if I can hold the game out until we are down to our very last piece, then I'm getting better, wiser, more patient, more strategic in the moves that I make. If you do not know how to play chess, I recommend you start doing so. You will start to think a lot more clearly by doing so. You will start to respect the people that come in your life that has more knowledge than you, where you can feed off of. See, because that's what chess does. It helps you feed. It helps you slow down enough to learn how to make better moves. We are no different from each other, but I'm learning a little bit more strategically how to make moves, strategically how to accept the baby steps of life and to not scorn the baby steps and not be like, dang, I gotta start all over again. Guys, I just entered a whole new app. Same thing with TikTok. I entered TikTok. I had one follower. My followers are still not that large on TikTok, but guess what? You only get what you put in. So, what kind of work are you putting in so that those baby steps no longer are baby steps, but become intermediary and then into expert levels? Unless you have a ton of people who are sharing you out consistently, maybe those baby steps won't be as hard, but you still will be a newbie somewhere else. So we can't count on the fact that we may have tons of people sharing us out, following us, believing in us right away. We can't worry about that at that moment, but you do take those baby steps, understand what you did there, so that it becomes easier when you go somewhere else. Understand the formula of the things that you are partaking in so that you can take that same formula, change it up a little bit, and go to the next place, next level. So maybe those baby steps won't be all the way ground. It could be a little higher than the ground. Be like, okay, all I have to do now is get followers. But in order to do so, I already have a formula that worked here. Let me see if it'll work there. How solid is your formula? How much do you rely on the new formulas that you create? Are your formulas sturdy enough in order to be able to follow? I don't know. That is between you and you. But it's time we start slowing down and really taking our time in things. And just like Denise said, don't compare yourself to other people. Because if somebody has a platform and they've already had millions of people following them, of course, their formula worked there. They're just going to take their same formula somewhere else. Follow me here. And we have to remember people who have millions of followers are the same ones that have worked hard enough for people to stay, for people to want to follow. Are you desirable enough to want to be followed wherever you go? Have you presented a convincing argument for people to want to continue to follow you to the next phase? Millions of people. Are you doing that? So people who have millions of followers, they also had zero at one point in time. They've already laid the groundwork. Now they're just trying to be consistent. Now they're just trying to expand their wings. See, that's the thing that some of us don't want to do is expand our wings. We get complacent in one thing and forget that if you really want to make more than a ripple, you're going to have to expand your wings. You can't just settle and stay in one place. If you worked your YouTube, there are other platforms you can start to work. Once you've worked those other platforms, something new will come up and you have to stay relevant. You have to stay consistent. You see how those baby steps create a good foundation? Uh-huh. So when the time comes for you to start something or even to continue something, right? Remember the next few steps that you make creates. We are always creating something. Always, every day. When you open your eyes, you are creating something. It may be new to you, but in there, because that let's just make it very clear too. There is absolutely nothing new underneath the sun. Everything that has already happened at one point in time. Maybe it's just a little different. Maybe the ideas have changed a little, but there is nothing really too original out here. It's already been laid. Music has never been original except for when it started. People have maybe changed the rhythm of it, added a little synthesizer here or there, but that general thought of how to construct that piece of music was already made. So, what are you going to do to make it a little different, to make it fit for you? That's fine. Y'all know. Hi, Anithi. Anithi. Unithi. Unithi Tay. How are you? Welcome back. That's okay, y'all. I barely look at the chat as it is, but I appreciate you guys for still being here. Okay, Jazz, I'll hit you up when I come off the live. Okay, so 27 minutes. Now that I see how, and I was thinking about other things, investments too, guys. A couple months ago, I had promised myself that I was gonna put aside a portion of my paycheck to invest in some type of stock. I was consistent the first maybe 2 months. 4 months later, I have not stayed consistent with doing that thing. Imagine if I did, how much more value I would have. I'm not going to hurt myself or be upset with myself for not being consistent. But get what I'm going to do. Next paycheck is going to go towards that same thing that I said I was going to invest in. So that 6 months from now, I will reap the benefit of where I could have been if I stopped now. I'm going to reap the benefit of where I could have been if I stop now, 6 months from now. That's dope, y'all. That is so dope. So whether you can only afford to save $2 a day, $100 a week, $5 a week, $10 a month, I don't care what the denomination is. It's still within your reach and it's still going to make a significant impact in your life because you're meeting the need of what you would not have had. And then you'll be able to discipline yourself to save more. So that $10 a month is going to turn to $20 a month, then $40 a month, then $100 a month. And by that time, you would have amassed maybe $20K down the road. Imagine that. You have the possibility of saving $20,000 if you start doing the things today. It's not impossible. I was in Ray Raquisha's live the other day, and she was talking about a story about her own life. Y'all gonna have to catch her live just to catch her stories. But it's amazing what we all go through and how we overcome. That comeback game is dope. But imagine if we never do have to do a comeback game, if we stay consistent. I'm going to go back to what I had promised myself in doing. I can't divulge that because it's too personal, but I'm going to. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to the journey of our lives to do the things that we say we want to do, to be consistent, to not scorn the baby steps in starting something, whether it be brand new or restarting something or changing that battery and re-energizing our thing. How you only fail. You only fail when you give up. Yes. Sometimes we have to start again. Yes. And you know what? When we start again, don't be upset. And I was going to hold myself and be upset at the fact that, dang, Joy, you would have been here. You would have been here. We're talking about 3 months later. I would have been at that 3-month mark or 4-month mark had I consistently did what I started to do. I'm not going to hold myself and kill myself with that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But what I'm going to do is say, I'm going to pick back up so that 6 months from now, I can see that growth. Just like how that little savings grew from $6 on June 24th to $430 something on September 18th and moving, September 5th and growing. September 5th and growing. $6 grew into $400. You see that? Time is always for you. Time is always for us. But we have to move with time. We have to groove with time. We have to appreciate time and know that the time that we put into things is going to equate to something. It is up to us to value and treasure all of the nooks and crannies in between that time. 32 minutes. Yes, we made it. Y'all, please come back at 5 p.m. to Stephanie 50 Mukbang and Climbing, her channel. There are 4 more amazing people who will be speaking at 5 p.m. this afternoon. It's going to be the Miss Yo-Yo Show. She was here earlier. Free Spur. You got to meet him if you never met him before. Show Enough if you were here on Friday night. And Stephanie 50 and Climbing. 4 amazing people who will encourage and inspire you. I didn't even speak any of those nights because I sat back and I took in all of that encouragement that they were spewing from their hearts, y'all. We got people speaking from their hearts, speaking from their experiences and sharing as to why we should never give up. That is a stream that we all should be dying to be in. And if you find streams like that, you need to be there. You need to be ready and willing to accept and consume whatever it is that is going to enhance your life and the quality of your life. Nothing but amazing, guys. Nothing but amazing. And I can't wait. 5 o'clock can't come any faster. So share out the channel. Share out Stephanie's channel so more people can come. Why treasure up all of that good stuff for ourselves when we can share it with others. I'm going to be sharing that stream because I think that people can learn something and see the value in your own life, in whatever journey you're in. Please never give up. There are too many things in our way sometimes, mainly sometimes it's our own selves. But these wonderful people will remind you why you should never give up. Don't miss out on your encouragement. Don't miss out on your blessing. You only get blessed when you show up, when you are available. That's the only time, because there's blessings all around us. There's blessings all around us all the time. But are we participating? Are we showing up? Are we available? Be available. 5 o'clock this evening. Go to Stephanie 50 Climbing, Mukbang and Climbing. Dr. Jazz posted the link in the chat. I think he may still be on the phone. I'm going to post the link myself in case he's not there. And I will definitely encourage you guys to come back, to go back around 5 o'clock. Let me see, Stephanie 50 Climbing. Definitely go back. Watch the video that I uploaded if you can about saving. Don't be discouraged if you feel like you can't save anything. Don't be discouraged, because you can. Go and set that reminder for the conference, the final day of the conference. Go set that reminder. And if you missed any of the days, definitely watch the replay, because you will be encouraged. Trust me, you will be encouraged and you will feel uplifted. This is for the Never Give Up finale. Final day. There it is. Go ahead, get yourselves acquainted. Be there at 5 o'clock. Do not miss not one person. Miss one person, you may miss something very important for yourself, but you can catch the replay, I guess. But guys, if you want to get anything from Be the Difference Clothing, you see socks here. These are quote socks, t-shirts, onesies, hoodies. It's getting cold outside. Hey, the Man family, welcome to Hello World. Go to BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. I guarantee you will find something encouraging there. This is the website. You can shop anything on BeTheDifferenceLLC.com, socks, whatever the case may be. I hope to see you soon, guys. And I'm here live on Hello World, mostly every single night between 7 and 9, unless things like today happen where I'm going to be on someone else's channel in the live, in the the chat. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Please, I strongly recommend that you be there. Don't be late. You might miss something. But until we meet again, I appreciate the little time that you guys give me. And I hope that you really got something out of today. I know I did. But my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I'm signing out on another episode of Hello